Hello, gorgeous manifestors. How are you? For those that don't know me, my name is Sarah Morgan and I am the creator and founder of Mastering the Art of Manifesting, and it is my insatiable passion to help hundreds of millions globally to unlock everything that's in their vortex and to become the power creators that they are truly here to be. And I'm coming on live today, which is led by my awesome higher self, Sarah, because Wednesdays are often my days off. So today I was going to have a day off, but Sarah is coming through wanting me to share some insight with you. So as per the subject heading of today's live, I am moving with my higher self. And the question today is, are you being head-led or higher self-led? So just while I'm waiting for a few of you to log on, I'm just going to go and share this in my Facebook group. So just bear with me a second. Let me know how you are doing today. Let me know how you are all feeling. It is very hot here in the UK today, so we are loving the sunny vibes. So just let me know how you're doing. Bear with me a couple of minutes just while I share this across. And actually, if you want, you can start saying now, are you being led by your head or your higher self? And I'll give you a couple of examples that have been coming up for clients of mine this week. Clearly there's not much reception on this laptop, so bear with me a second. This may not work. I may just have to share this into the Facebook group later. Let me see if I can get it to load. I'm down at the end of my cottage here next to this big thick wall, so the Wi-Fi doesn't always reach that clearly. So bear with me a second because I do want as many people as I can to see this. Hi Joanne, my darling. Hot and tired after last night's storms. Never sure what's leading me, to be honest. Cool. I can help you with that. Perfect. So let me just share this. Sorry, it's a little bit slow, but I want to have the right energy behind this and I want other people to be able to see this as well whilst I'm doing it. So bear with. Please hold. Okay. Mastering the art of manifesting. Awesome. So I didn't have storms last night, but I know that people did, or maybe I did, but I had earplugs in, so who knows. Okay, so yes, a surprise live stream, Claire, straight from Sarah. So there's a couple of things I wanted to talk about. First of all is something that I've learnt whilst going through the whole awakening process. I never seem to be able to say that word in a minute about stuttering. Awakening process. I did it. So there's one thing that I want to talk about that, but something else has been coming up for two of my clients this week, and Sarah was literally kind of just giving me the impulse to come on and talk about that now, so I'm just going to go with it and talk about both things. So the first thing is, are you being led by your head or your higher self? So I know there's lots of new people that have found my Facebook page and Facebook group. So if you're new and you have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to your higher self, I'll just explain who your higher self is, because when I started coaching Law of Attraction 2.5 years ago, I was very much like, I'm going to demystify it. You don't have to be woo-woo or anything like that. And so to use the term higher self, I would have 2.5 years ago been like, what are you talking about? But this is brand new, leading edge insight, okay? So everybody has a higher self. So whenever I've coached in the past and when I've written both of my books, I talk about moving with the guidance of the universe. And the new insight is that this is your higher self. And everyone has a higher self. If you're female, your higher self is female. If you're male, your higher self is male. Your higher self is the extension of you that is basically with you the entire time. So your higher self is with you the entire time, and when you tap into their guidance, you're tapping into infinite intelligence. And this is what Esther Hicks always used to talk about as source energy, okay? For those that are wondering why I'm stuttering, it's a blend of me buffering information from Sarah as she brings it through, but it's also because I'm doing the releasing work with Liv and Rafe Kanya at the minute, and there's something around the stuttering that I'm working to release. So that will become clear when I release it, but just in case you're wondering why I'm stuttering, I know a lot of you already know why, just so you can understand what's going on with that. But anyway, So your higher self has had many previous physical incarnations, and you are their current physical incarnation, and your higher self can only have one physical incarnation at a time. But because he or she would have had so many other physical incarnations, you are able to access all of their insights. So my higher self is like massively highly evolved. She has had a gazillion, probably not a gazillion because it's not actually a number, but she has had an extraordinary amount of lifetimes, and all of your higher selves have had multiple lifetimes. And what happens is when we allow our higher selves to flow through us, that's when we become so powerful. And a conversation that I've just had with a really gorgeous client just now, and it's a conversation that I had with someone else as well, so it's not, it's quite a common thing that comes up. And it's from a business point of view. They wanted to launch something, and they're going into looking at their clients' pain points and looking at where their clients need help. Now, obviously, a lot of you will have heard about this way of doing things. It's, the way that we've been taught to do things for years is to think from our heads, what is it that we need to do? So it may not be about a business launch. It could just be anything you've got going on. And often we're told to think from our heads. And I'm very passionate, as a lot of you know, about not coaching strategy like that, because strategy slows everything down, because strategy comes from your head. And you want to be allowing yourself to be led by your higher self. So she was asking me, when I launch things, do I think about my clients' pain points? Do I really, home in on the kind of client I want to work with? And all of that stuff. And I basically just went back to her and said, no, I never launch anything just because of something that a client needs. I launch what Sarah gives me as an inspired idea, and when it's inspired, I want to eat it. So my Power Your Passion and Prosperity course that's like open for enrollment at the minute, I want to eat it. I know whoever I work with in that course is going to ramp up their passion, ramp up their prosperity. And that excites me. I haven't launched something based around someone else's pain points, because that comes from your head. And I'm very passionate about this because a lot of people still work in this way. Now, it doesn't mean to say that way doesn't work, but it is harder. That isn't going to feel as exciting to you as launching something that's inspired and given to you from your awesome higher self. And when you get, my Power Your Passion and Prosperity course, I had those words in my head for a few weeks and I hadn't really worked out what it meant, but Sarah had given me those words. And then last week I just got the downloads, I wrote the sales page, and it was just so easy. And my job isn't to be launching something because other people need it, and it's the same for all of you. It's about launching what your higher self gives you, and it doesn't have to be about business launch. It can be anything. What is your higher self trying to guide you to do? Because whatever your higher self gives you is infinite intelligence, and whatever your higher self gives you is the shortcut and the fastest way to everything that you want to bring into your life experience. But so many people are being head-led. Now, one of you just asked a really good question about how you feel the difference. So when it's head-led, you for and me, and I would say most people, you feel it's up here, you're thinking it through. So you're sitting down thinking, right, I have this thing that I want to kind of do. How am I going to do it? So head-led is you going into the how. So these clients at the minute that are sort of getting a bit stuck around this, and I'm helping them with it, are sort of going into the how. And many of you will know that when you work with Law of Attraction, it isn't about the how. Ditch the how. The how slows everything down. I can't stress enough. I've been doing this for years. The how slows everything down. When you move with inspired action, it feels awesome and it will excite you. Now, inspired action can come through like I've always felt my higher self Sarah here, okay? So whenever I get inspired actions, it sort of comes from up here, but then like my whole inner being lights up. So your inner being, again, new insight, is like a column of pure positive energy that runs from the pineal gland in the center of your mind straight down the middle of your body down to your pelvis. So often when I get this inspired action from Sarah, it lights up my whole inner being. So my tummy area, my chest area, everything lights up and it excites me. And it's this real kind of moment of like, aha, that's genius. It literally, and it often comes out of nowhere. And again, so many of my clients have this. They tap into their higher selves every day. but the ideas come through at random points in the day when they aren't thinking about it. And think about that. When you're thinking about trying to fix something, it's all coming from your head. But often I say to clients, get off topic, go and do something that feeds your soul. What is it your higher self wants you to do right now that's going to feed your soul? They go and do that, and then the download comes. Okay, I'm having the day off today, but these downloads are just coming to me because I'm not even thinking about work. So hopefully that helps. Are you feeling it in your head, or are you being led by your head or your higher self? And if you're being led by your head, it doesn't mean it won't work, but it will mean it doesn't feel as easy. It does feel more upstream. You will be working harder. It will feel like you are making more effort, and you may not even notice because that's what we've always been taught to do. But when you suddenly surrender to guidance from your higher self, everything becomes easier. Like literally, I remember when I first had my first calls doing this, because this is my passion. So again, this is what my mastermind that launches on the 5th of August is all about, ramping up your passion and therefore your money flow, because the two go in tandem. If you are using the law of attraction, your higher self and everything in the right way, it all just blends and kind of works together. But when I started doing this, I realised I didn't need to plan anything. I literally just get given everything from my higher self, and that's how you guys can all work as well. You can literally be given everything from your higher self, and it's so much easier. So there's lots of comments coming through, so let me just read through them all, and then I'll go on to the other thing that Sarah wanted me to talk to you about as well. So let me just see what's coming through. My higher self confirms feminine energy this morning, and his name is Zuna. That's amazing, my lovely. That's amazing. So you've obviously got a really clear, awesome connection with your higher self. So keep expanding it. For those of you that don't get the names come through clearly, that's fine. So again, if you haven't listened to my podcast, which is on my website, masteringtheartofmanifesting.com, my second podcast episode was about my higher self. And my relationship with her. So I don't hear things from Sarah, I feel them. So you may not hear things, you may get feelings, but just know the way that you receive your higher self is perfect for you. So, but that's awesome, Shirley. Brilliant. I love you, Jane, my darling. My higher self told me my blockage to progress was fear. Yeah, so that's so common for like so many people. They told me to look at the alphabetical numbers of fear, break them down. It led to number 1, looked at this meaning for extra clarity. It meant new blessings and clean slate beginnings are coming from source. Is that right? Yeah, sorry, I've got a crack on my screen so I couldn't read the word. Excellent. Okay, so keep talking to your higher selves. They are just infinite intelligence, and when I coach people, I coach them how to work with law of attraction, of course, but also their higher self, plus loads of other new universal insight. I'm not coaching people to kind of do things that I think they should do. I'm coaching them how to work with their higher selves, and that's the difference. A lot of coaches will coach their systems for them doing things. I will give you tools that work for me, but every client I work with, I will literally say, if this doesn't resonate with you, i.e. if your higher self doesn't think that it's right and you get that discord, don't do it. Trust your higher self. In fact, one client I'm working with at the minute who's awesome and is launching a whole new business, I love her, as I do all my clients, but this particular thing, she started working with her higher self, and I was like, right, what is it that your higher self wants to do today? And this girl's awesome because she comes from a very I guess a very normal job background where we're always taught to do things the hard way. So she's having to kind of do things in a whole new way now, because that's, you know, what she's chosen to work with me on, how to access her higher self and everything. And she said, actually, my higher self wants me to just chill this week. And I was like, awesome, do it, because I'm not going to sit here and say, no, you need to push your business, because what I say isn't what matches for you. It's about what feels good in your body and what feels good, and that guidance from your higher self is always right, and that isn't going to slow down her progress. That's going to ramp it up, because her higher self has the roadmap. Your higher self has the roadmap. Okay, so okay, I have had what I hope is inspired action to open a blog. I got the name and started to do it, but I have just realised I have gone into the how and stopped. That's my pattern. Thank you for your clarity. You're welcome, my darling. And guys, don't worry, don't be too hard on yourselves. I've been doing this for years. I've been coaching it for 2.5 years, and there are still moments where I go into my head and I have to catch myself, because don't forget, I'm 40 this year in November, and for all of those years leading up to like about 2.5 years ago, I would be led by my head in like most of the time. So don't get frustrated, but just notice when you are doing it and know that it's okay, and just notice it and shift it, because I still sometimes go into my head and I'm like, this is not going to work. I need to wait until I get the inspired action, and that's when I'm going to move. Okay? Hi Jill, darling. Okay, so I hope that helps. I think I've answered the comments and questions there. Okay, the other thing that I have learned over the last few weeks, so I am doing lots of work with Liv and Rafo Kanya at the minute about releasing low vibration that's stored in the body. And what that means is, as you go through it, it feels like a lot of growth, a lot of universal training, and a lot of expansion. And there are days where it feels like there's lots of contrast, okay? And it's all awesome, because you all guys all know that I say the bigger the contrast, the bigger the expansion that's coming, okay? So contrast is good. But what I have learnt is that during that contrast, do what you're passionate about. So obviously this links in with the Power Your Passion and Prosperity Mastermind that's launching on the 5th of August, okay? But again, it's been given to me because, again, more than one client this has been coming up for. So again, one client was just saying to me, I'm just having a bit of a week where there's some contrast, not really feeling much momentum with manifesting all of the things that I desire. It's just gone a little bit slow. And I've just kind of messaged them back and just said, move with your passion, do whatever it is that makes your heart sing. So don't wait for clients to come to you. Get busy doing what you love. Start going live, start planning the things that we spoke about on the last call, and start being excited. Move with that excitement and passion, and don't move with those don't move with those and think, if I do that, clients will come to me. Let go of the outcome. Just move with your passion. It's going to raise your vibration, and then you become ready to receive. Okay, so it's something that I've learned. Passion can kind of really drive and cut through contrast and get you through it fast. Okay, so don't sit, it's an interesting thing to play with, but if you are having contrast, don't just sit in it. Move, go and do something that's going to rev you up and take your focus off of the contrast and excite you. And I have found it's a really powerful way to drive through and speed up when you are in times of growth and expansion that can feel a bit uncomfortable. So, and I had this with someone else last week who was I think I mentioned on a live earlier this week, they were saying, I didn't really do my calls over the last couple of weeks because I didn't have, I was on a break. And as soon as I started doing my calls, I feel awesome again. I was like, of course you do, because it's your passion. And when you do what you're passionate about, your vibration raises. So actually this morning, I was feeling a bit contrasty, and it was my day off. And Sarah has just given me all these inspired actions to come on and do things like this. And so I'm going with them, and my vibration's raising and raising and raising. And now I feel really in flow again. So when you move with your passion, it cuts through, it kind of powers through stuff. So again, it's another top tip. It's something I've learned a lot. It's something I'm going to be coaching in the mastermind that launches on the 5th of August. Remember, there is a early bird special on that until midday BST this Friday. So if you want to ramp up your passion and prosperity and work with me in a really close group where you'll get lots of close guidance for the next 4 months, imagine what you can shift and change and achieve in 4 months. So much time. Then do go to my website, masteringtheartofmanifesting.com, and you'll see it under the courses. I'll probably post a link above this afterwards as well. But really use your passion to drive you. Your passion is going to drive so much manifesting magic, as I say all of the time. And when you have your passion and you are leveraging your higher self and all of this new universal insight that I'm going to be teaching on this mastermind, some of which I talk about on these lives, when you tap into all of that, your prosperity and money flow is going to ramp up as a byproduct. So again, how many times do we hear of people that want to do things to get money? Shift it, do what you're passionate about, and then as a byproduct the money just comes in. Okay, so that's what I'm really passionate about coaching in this mastermind. I've never coached in this way. It's new, and I'm really, really excited about it. So I'm just going to see if any more questions or comments have come through. Yes, they have. I'm loving all the interaction, my darlings. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Louise, sweetie. You have a natural energy that lifts me up. Being connected with all of you soul friends is amazing. Oh, I love you, darling. Thank you for that. I just realised my hair's like all crazy because it's been out and about today. I wasn't planning to come on live. Karen, hi Karen darling, listening while I have 2 kids under 4 in my face. Wow, you mums are awesome. So true that things just happen when you are passionate. Yes, things are slow for me at the minute in terms of clients, but every time I get in the zone it moves forward. Awesome, that's exactly right, Karen. So just know that, and don't sit in those times where it feels like it's not really flowing and just wait for something to shift. Power through. More and more this tribe is about power and about moving with the laws of the universe and your higher self. It's like beyond the art of manifesting. Okay, it's moving way beyond that. We're working with leading edge insight here. So move with it and become the powerful creators that you were born to be. Become powerful commanders of the laws of the universe. Okay, again, that's wording that came from one of my other non-physical guides, not my higher self, and I get guidance from him here. So again, this is the kind of stuff that I'm going to be teaching in the mastermind to get you to help you get linked in to your whole non-physical team. Okay, so it's not just your higher self, there's a whole other non-physical team that's with you and guiding you the whole time, but he's very much like become a power commander of universal energies, and that came from him months ago, and I love it. And that's where I want to take this tribe. This isn't just about mastering the art of manifesting anymore. This is about working with leading edge insight. It's helping you unlock everything that's in your vortex. It's helping you to become the power creators that you were born to be. This is leading edge stuff. Okay, so as a part of this tribe, I'm really excited for those of you that are continuing to come on this journey with me. Those that want to expand rapidly and manifest on a rapid, awesome, exciting, fast scale. Like, you are the guys that I am so excited to work with, and you are the guys that my mastermind is for. So if you are interested, leap. If you feel that excitement that's coming from your higher self, if you can feel it in your body, leap. If you want to have a chat with me, just inbox me and we can hop on a call and have a quick chat. But don't wait. I want to help you all become the power creators that you are truly here to be. So I hope today's live has helped you. Thank you, my gorgeous higher self, for giving me inspiration to come on and talk about this. I am going to go and enjoy the rest of my day off now. I will be back on tomorrow at some point to talk about other new insight that I'm going to be coaching in the mastermind. So other laws, so law of desire, law of balance, law of truth, and some other awesome stuff. I'll be talking about your higher self more tomorrow as well. I know I've kind of come on stage and spoken about your higher selves because I had the inspired action too, but I'll be talking about it more tomorrow. So I love you guys so much. Remember, leveraging law of or leveraging LOA is like simple. This is why I'm here to demystify it. Don't worry about all the science behind it, and unless you really want to go and check all that out. I've never been interested in that. I've literally just been like, I want to know how to leverage that bad boy to the max, and I want to help you guys do the same. So I hope that helps you and inspires you. You're so welcome, my darling. Thank you for tuning in live. I love you. If you have any questions, if you are watching the replay, do post them below and I will try and come back to you if I can. Have an awesome Wednesday, my darlings, and I will see you all tomorrow. Mwah. Bye.